Alright, so this room right here, as you can see, is kind of like a mirror version of this room. This one is Beth, if I could point her. There you go. I said Beth, right? I felt like I said Meg by accident. So, since we got the bow and arrow, we could just immediately shoot her. Unlike the other one that got lucky enough that I just left her be. Unfortunately for you, Beth, there's nothing that you could do about it. You were going to die. Oh, he's disrespectful. He's going to die.
Beth, one of the processors, Emperor when she appears.
So we're gonna do the same exact strategy. Since this is the only way the Post Sisters have a way of attacking. No! Oh, I missed out on that attack cycle, unfortunately. And for the Post Sisters in the Legend of Zelda series, obviously there's the one in Majora's Mask that I already mentioned. But I don't really know if it's considered the same Post Sisters in Twilight Princess or any other Legend of Zelda game. Because the Post Sisters, or I guess the Poes in general, in Twilight Princess look a bit too different. Because there's some cartoon aspects when it comes to, you know, Beth and Joelle and them. So, I don't know. Yeah, it looks a bit too realistic. It looks like almost like a zombie ghost in Twilight Princess. So I don't really know if those are the same ones or not. In this treasure box, however, let's see if there's something special to it or not. And we got ourselves the compass. Alright, so we got 2 out of the 3 items down. And I'm just gonna go... Wait, is this... No. I think that's the way back. Yeah, as you can see, the compass helps me with that. It'll say, no, doofus, you've been there already. So let's go towards the top. It's a mirrored version of the other room, so there you go. We're gonna use this key for that.
Watch for the shadows of monsters that hang from the ceiling.
Oh my gosh, shut up, Navi! Just stop talking! Just shut your face! Oh! Okay. Alright. Oh, I was trying to see what Navi has to say about him. Even though I just told her to shut up. Maybe she should stay shutting up, I guess. Alright, once you kill them, they won't come back to life. I don't think there's a purpose of me going up these stairs, but nonetheless, there you go. Let's see if I could... Ah, dang it, try to sneak my way up there. By sneaking, I mean cheating my way up there. Oh, jeez. I forgot. I thought this was a separate room. Alright. Well, my idea of using an easier way to use this is I wanted to use Furor's Wind for this. Because if I use Furor's Wind, I'll go back to this room. As you can see, it's a locked door, so I'll be killing so much time by doing this. So I guess I might as well use it. Remember, it's gonna be using on the front of the door, the last door that I use, rather than the spot that I'm standing in. You know, for reasons that will prevent glitches and all that stuff. But so here's an example. If I use it on here, Furor's Wind. It'll just the green orb will automatically just go over there. So there you go. So I'll use that for future reference whenever I want to go back. Most people would either use Furor's Wind in the very room where all those fire torches were out, and other people would use it in Joelle's room, so it would be easier just to get out of this place. Because the reason for it, since we don't have a key for that place, that we don't really have to be here any longer. Yeah, so since we got the bow and arrow and we killed the 2 Post Sisters, I say this is mission accomplished. There's 2 more to go, and since we got the bow and arrow, like I mentioned, we could hit eyes, and that's pretty much what you have to do right here. So once you... I didn't mean to do that. Alright. Okay. Okay. I'm just waiting for him at this point.
Wallmaster, watch out for a shadow on the floor. Destroy it before it goes back on the ceiling.
Alright. It gets me more rupees anyway, so that's good to, you know, get. Alright, so after this, and I'm gonna get you at some point.
There's a treasure chest here.
Yeah, so I'm gonna miss this twisty corridor room. So if you haven't figured it out already, as soon as you hit the eye, something amazing will happen. Actually, before I do that, oh boy, I'm gonna go over here by the eye that we couldn't hit before. If I could find it, I think it's over yonder. Hang on. But yeah, definitely in the next 2 temples, you could really benefit from the Furor's Wind. Just not really on this one, you know. Where the heck was it? I'm going the wrong way. I'm definitely going the wrong way. I think it's over here. No, it was the red one, wasn't it? Jesus. Alright, that was my fault. Yeah. Furor's Wind isn't my favorite. Din's Fire is my favorite. More like. Okay, so it should be here then, right? Aha! Alright. Let's go get you. And by shooting this, a treasure box just plops down. Obviously, it's not that important if it just plops down. Link just kicks it open. He's like, oh, what is it? It's a bundle of arrows, so if you've been using arrows like mad crazy, then there you go, I guess. I mean, I'm pretty sure you get arrows regardless through like jars and stuff. But if you want to guarantee, then you want to go get yourself a good old treasure box from that. Alright, so now let's go back to that little eye thing where I was going to mention. So, like I was going to say, the corridors is all twisted, the treasure box is on the wall, there's nothing we could really do about, you know, we can't really do much if we don't have a key, and we pretty much got all the keys thus far. So shoot the eye into this little to make the corridor straight pretty much. And that's usually what happens, and Abby's not gonna go talk and just say, oh, the corridor's normal. She wouldn't say that, so I want her to jump off and he's climbing down the ladder. Alright, the spider will still pop out, or spider, what the heck. I mean, he reminds me of a spider, which is why I call him that, but, the wall master, no! Oh, I thought I was gonna go down there. So yeah. Oh, I wonder what's gonna be inside. It's not like I already said it already, you know. And it's the boss key. I actually like the boss key a lot. I don't like it in features other games where they call it the big key. It's just not enough, you know. But that's the third out of the out of the 3 items, being the map and the compass. So I actually have some footage I would like to show. So you might not know where to go from here because there's no doors for us to enter. Okay. Spoiler! That scared the living heck out of me. I was gonna say, spoiler alert, but he literally just leaped out. I was gonna say, spoiler alert, he's still alive because you can actually go down here because he landed on just this thing. Oh jeez. Yeah, he fell in here and then he just sprang out of nowhere. And yeah, that was my practice run of this pretty much, of the Forest Temple, just in case you were wondering. That's how I was able to show off the Stalfos footage from earlier. Sometimes Link just, I don't know how this thing always avoids me. But just kill the 2 blue bubbles and the door unlocks. There's nothing else to this room. And there you go. We're just gonna go through here. And this room right here is the same as before. I don't know why this is like the most open and vast place besides like the other one. But right here, there's actually another gold Skulltula. I think this is 4 out of the 5. So we got one more to find. And of course, we also have the 2 Post Sisters to look for. So you definitely don't want to fall down there. Just remain back on this thing and you'll be fine. Okay. Alright, I was just trying to be careful because sometimes if I go a little bit too left, I'll just fall right off. So this is a different type of wall master.
Floor master, when it splits up, destroy all the pieces before they reunite.
Yeah, so it's very dangerous. Make sure to block that. Once you kill it twice, as Navy said, it will split up into 3. What I recommend you do a spin attack, except that one got away a little bit. And if one remains and it latches onto you, it would actually go back to being a normal floor master. So theoretically, you can get infinite floor masters, because if you think about it, if you split into 3, one of them latches onto you and the other 2 are still meanie, and it continuously gives you a hard time giving you, you know, making itself into a regular floor master, then that would be a problem. Especially if you keep on killing some and some get away and, you know, you'll just get outnumbered. That never happens because, you know, people kind of capitalize on killing that thing as fast as possible anyway, because that, you know, that enemy could be a problem. But I kind of am curious about that though, just to see how well it is. So this is the same room as before, where am I jinxed? Oh, I'm not jinxed. Maybe it's just not these blue bubbles. I don't know. I could swear they jinx you. But yeah, we got the small key that we needed for that room, pretty much. And that's the thing. Because as soon as you get the key, all we really need it for is to unlock that door. But the thing is, if you go back through there, it would just be the same. So this is actually the second time I got stuck when I was a kid. I didn't know how to, you know, okay, so basically, you know that I blinded the eye, right? So if you shoot it again, like, you would think that, ow, you know, I'm still blind, it hurts more. But no, this is not the case. Just hit it again! And it unblinds and it's just fine. Like, that makes no sense. Like I said, if you hit the thing and you're like, ow, I'm blinded, ow, I'm sorry to shoot you, you know, Christopher Walken, but I didn't mean to shoot you. And so if you shoot him again, it doesn't just cure his blindness, you know? So I almost just ran all the way over there without thinking, but I set up a war point for a reason, and that reason, you cast Furor's Win, return to the war point. And that reason is just to go straight to that locked door, pretty much. That's all I want to use it for. And it actually saves me some time because it will bypass like the 2 staircases that I can climb over. Actually, let me look at these.
Green bubble, use your sword when his green fire vanishes.
Alright, that's all I really want to do it for. They don't attack me. They're friendly guys, you know? Even though they're trying to spook me. But yeah, it bypasses the 2 staircases of the Joel and Beth, so it does save some time. It saves like a good minute or so. There's this thing. So here's some footage of this as well. But just shoot the arrow through the fire onto the frozen eye to blind it. I'm pretty sure using Din's fire will just work just as well. The whole point is just to unmelt it. Because right there you see that I didn't even hit the damn thing. And yeah, there you go. So I wanted to go test out the Din's fire. Because in my practice run I just shot it. But for this one, let's see if this works. Din's fire! Oh, it does work. See, I was curious about that, so that's just a lot quicker. I kind of already had a feeling that would work, but didn't really know it. So there's something else I wanted to show off. Because there's one more thing that I couldn't show off, and that is that you can hook onto torches even if they're not like laser pointed that much. So there you go. That's all I wanted to show. It's actually pretty helpful in the kind of the ending of the game. You'll know why it's so helpful. So that eye kind of just gets the place all twisted again, and there's a reason for that. It's because if you remember, once you've done that to that other place, what was I gonna say? That wasn't the right word phrasing at all. Pretty much there's a point where you can't reach this place once you blind the eye, you know, because we went back to that room where it's just you know, the open wilderness room. So now we're back at the what was it, Beth's room or something, so we don't really need to go here. So all we really need to do, just like the other place, is just go down this hole. Go down this hole, and there's actually a little secret place here too. So it's not really a secret, but it is more so a shortcut. If you were to go to Lake Hylia and talk to the Scarecrow, the Scarecrow will pop up here if you use the Scarecrow song. My Scarecrow song's kind of dumb, but I didn't talk to the Scarecrow. But if you did, it's that same spot where I got that gold scutula where I had to like shimmy myself with the treasure box. It'll be right here, and you can hookshot it and get into this room. Don't really know if it's a real shortcut or not. I don't think you'll be able to go to Lake Hylia yet anyway, but if you were, you could always go back here without a problem. Because there is this gold scutula here, and I don't really know if you're meant to go get it. Anyway, let's just...
Link, watch out, the ceiling's falling down!
Oh, jeez! Oh, okay. By the way, shut up, Navi! Alright, let's just go over here and go step on the switch. Opens that door, and I'm... Oh, God! I didn't think it was gonna drop that soon. Alright, that's fine. No. Alright. Navi, why didn't you warn me? I thought you were my friend! You know, if you actually think about it, you know, Link actually does care for Navi a lot. Like, a lot. Because if you really break it down, you know, Mido made fun of Link for not having a fairy. And, so obviously Link really wanted one if he's crying over it. Not only for the fact that he doesn't have a fairy, but he was being bullied by him. And Saria congratulated him for having a fairy and all that. So you could tell Link actually cares for her. It's just the player that really hates her. Pretty much the whole fan base. But as you can see, it says one portrait with some weird blocks floating on the ground or on the thing. So let's go shoot this thing. Yeah! Since there's no other portraits. And pretty much what you have to do is just solve the puzzle. Not really too hard to solve because there's just the 4 other blocks and this random blue block here. I always thought that blue block was just part of the fire lantern or background or something. I forget. I had some logic in my head as a kid. Remember, this is the same younger Scar Knight where I got stuck of that block puzzle and I couldn't really do anything about it. So if you run out of time, the blocks will be lifted and it would actually just flip them, causing you to start over the puzzle. So I got a good 20 seconds. Don't climb on it. Oh gosh, I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it. Oh! Okay, I got 10 seconds. These blocks get so heavy and it's so hard to push and it's just annoying, you know?
Amy, what are the post sisters? Aim for it when she appears.
It's the same as the other ones. You could expect Meg, the purple one, to be the same exact thing. But, yeah. So, this one right here is the only one I always remember, really. Ugh. See, just look at the bond between Link and Navi right now. They're fighting against each other. It's not just Link. It's not just Link. It's Link and Navi. Then again, I also hate Navi too. Like that's kind of the truth. But by killing Amy, you get yourself the green fire. So we got 3 out of the 4 Post Sisters out the way. There's 1 more to go. And the last one is actually not too far off. It's actually not too far off. It's actually closer than you think. Because part of the reason is that she's waiting for us. And I know this creeped a lot of people out by this because she's actually in the same spot, more so in the middle on the other fire torches rather than hiding. She's waiting for us and I don't know why, and it's making a really creepy sound. Yeah, this creeped a lot of people out when they were younger. Not really more so me. I'm like, why the heck are you not hiding? That's kind of me as a kid. But here it is. Here's Meg with the final 4th torch that we need to get the elevator. Because we got the boss key. And my suggestion is you go over to a good spot. And if you take too long, it will attack. And if it spins, that means it's the real version of it. You might have noticed it the first time. But that's what I tend to do. So it's this one right here. And just keep on shooting it. Pretty much. Just keep on shooting it. So I'm gonna try to see what it says.
Hey, what are the Post Sisters? If she's supposed to the multiple images, you need to figure out which one is the real one. Is it this one?
No, it's this one. Hello? I'm like, what the heck? Why is it taking so long? It's kind of interesting that this one's a bit different, but to be fair, she does attack differently. Alright, it's you. Okay, I kind of missed the first shot. It grazed her hand, okay? That would actually benefited more if she dropped the torch, believe it or not. But yeah, there you go. So there's the elevator, so let's just go down it. So yeah, as I was saying, between Navi and Link, it is interesting that Link does care for her because, you know, it's something that he always wanted, you know, to become a true Corkery. So as you'll notice right here, here's a gated thing with the switch on it. And on the other side, if you look at the map, there's the skull. That means it's the boss of the temple. With the boss key door, the boss lock behind that. So what you pretty much need to do is find a way to unlock it. And this room you can't really tell just by looking at it, but this is kind of a turntable room. If you push these walls, it actually rotate the room around this. It's kind of hard to explain. You could rotate the walls pretty much. Easier to just show rather than to explain, as you can see. Yeah, the walls rotate and you have to go try to find the switch to unlock. Okay, because the thing is, there's the switch behind the locked door. This isn't the same switch right here though. That switch unlocks the locked door with the other switch on it. You can't really tell by looking at it that way, but there's technically 3 switches. The switch behind that first locked door that we seen is the more important one that will unlock the one with the boss door. You'll know once we get there. But yeah, onto the topic of being a Corkery as well. Like, Mido doesn't realize what a true Corkery looks like. I mean, just look at him. He's all genetically defected and stuff, looking exactly the same after all these years. I mean, when I was a kid, I always wanted to be an adult. I mean, that's just me, to be honest. But I didn't know this, but being an adult kind of sucks sometimes. At least you get like free responsibility and stuff like that. I don't think free responsibility makes sense, me saying it out loud, but yeah, I mean, look at Link, man. He's all grown up, and Mido is just the same, you know. I'm twice his height now. It's just like high school, you know. It's just like you visit that old bully and stuff, and it turns out that he's just not, you know, he's just puny now, pretty much. I do wonder what Saria looks like now, since it's been 7 years. We saw Milan. Oh look, there's a Gold Skulltula, by the way. We saw Milan all grown up. Ingo looks pretty much the same, and Talon looks pretty much the same. Dompe's dead, unfortunately. You destroyed Gold Skulltula. You got a token proving you destroyed it. So that's actually 5 out of the 5, as you'll see in the Forest Temple map. And by the way, this is a 2-floor temple, but it does have bottom layers to it. The token right next to the Forest Temple says that I completed this temple when it comes to Gold Skulltulas. And I got 38 of them. And these are all my songs, by the way. I got every single song on the top part, but for the bottom part, the Minuta Forest is how you could teleport straight to the temple. So there you go. Oh, I got 3 out of the 4, by the way. So there you go. We're just gonna push one more thing. And yeah, who else changed, by the way? Anju almost seems like she's becoming a scientist, because she made a super Kukos or something. I forget what she said. She like crossbreed or something. That's I mean, if that's not science, I don't know what is. To be fair, I probably don't know what that is. But like I mentioned, there's 3 switches that will get all the gates into a certain place. That doesn't make sense either. But the real reason to do all those switches is to unlock this switch, to unlock the other switch. Confusing, I know, but believe it or not, it's just as simple as you think it is. Either way, we have reached the final part of the thing, and I don't really have the best health. I mean, well, it's okay. I mean, it's decent enough to kill. I want to get a fairy. Well, okay, you know what? I can do it. I can do it. Let me just put my items the way I want them to be. And this is the boss of the Forest Temple. Let's do this. So in this Forest Temple, what could it be? Is it a giant tree called Wispy Willow or something? Alright. Well, I kind of like this place. It's kind of like a museum. It's like, well, it's the same portraits. I don't really know. There's like a Hyrule symbol on the bottom. It's almost like the Chamber of Sages, you know? Yes, a work of art. It's a haunted mansion, and there's clearly Luigi's gonna be walking in there any second now, or whatever. I don't know. Where the heck is the boss? If I look up, is there like an eye in the ceiling? Alright, well, inspection closed. No bosses. Alright, let's get out of here. Oh, yeah, of course not. That's just not how it works, ever. Alright. What the heck? Ganondorf? Oh, jeez, he's giving us a smirk. Oh, that's not Ganondorf. So yeah, this is Phantom Ganondorf. Pretty much he'll go through the portals, through the dimensions, stuff like that, and he'll have a decoy and a real version of him. So, boy. So that's the fake one. Oh jeez, oh jeez. No, guard! Yeah, I was looking at the decoy. That's pretty much what happens. You can see from the portrait from a distance, you know, I was joking about Luigi. It's actually him that's doing that. He should be walking back anytime. Oh, it's the real one! Real one! Oh, there you go! Okay, because if he shoots that, he'll actually spread across the whole stage, and more likely it will hit me. So yeah, I'm just gonna... Okay. Let's talk to him. Did I get him? Okay, good. So just keep shooting him. I always wanted to say that this is the actual horse of Ganondorf, though, that we're killing. But the Phantom Ganon is, of course, like a decoy. The reason I say that is because we don't ever see the horse ever again throughout this game, only at that one spot. So, let's see if it says anything different.
Phantom Ganon. It's an evil ghost of the forest temple. Comes out of one of the pictures.
Okay, he does say something.
Answers magic attack with an attack of your own.
Or is it different? You know, I could swear it was different. Anyway, there's something called Deathman Volley, so if you were to hit his spirit orb with your Master Sword, it would actually bounce back and do that. This is kind of a staple when it comes to Legend of Zelda, and not only could you do that with the Master Sword, but you could also do that with the bottle. No, I'm not making it up. I'm actually doing it right now. See that? Who knew that that would be the answer? Oh gosh, that should really stab you up. I don't know how that didn't work. But yeah, you can actually do this by using a bottle to attack them. I have a good reason why I'm doing this right now, even though it's kind of a humiliating thing to kill somebody with. Like, I'm literally killing this person with a jar and deflecting his own moves against him. That's the ultimate disrespect. Forget wrestling when you use your own finishers to beat your opponent. This is the real humiliation right here. I almost messed up. It's a bit tricky because you do have to do some timing. As you can see, I kind of messed up. But it's okay. Yeah! 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 Oh, okay. He was gonna do one more. And almost finish! Finish! Oh! Okay, one more. This actually was a tricky boss for me as a kid as well, to be honest. Not like the most difficult, but he's pretty tough. I also like to think that this is the real, well, I'll tell you in a second, but we have defeated Phantom Ganon, which is amazing. Hey kid, you did quite well. It looks like you may be getting some slight skill. But you have defeated only my fancy. When you fight the real, it won't be so easy. What a worthless creature that ghost was. I will banish it to the gap between dimensions. Oh jeez, man, that's actually pretty cruel to put him in a space between dimensions. How does that even work? How do you even have that power? But I always like to think that Phantom Ganon is like it's like the same exact Ganondorf from 7 years ago, like the same power level, because obviously Ganondorf at this point, 7 years later, is much stronger, right? So that's kind of the parallel that I'm making in my head. Either way, we got a heart container. Your maximum life energy increased by 1 heart. Your life energy will be totally filled. So now we got total of 10 hearts. So let's go through the portal. Chamber of the Sages. So we return over here. Remember, we got Raru medallion. Alright. So who's gonna come out of... Oh, it's Saria! Wait, why does she look exactly the same too? Thank you. Because of you, I could awaken as a sage. I am Saria, the sage of the Forest Temple. Whoa, what the heck? I always believed that you would come, because I know you. No. You don't have to explain it to me. Because it is destiny that you and I can't live in the same world. Oh, that's kind of sad, honestly. I will stay here as the forest sage and help you. Now please, take this medallion. Wait, but that doesn't explain... Either way, we got another medallion to us. For us, I should say. It's the Forest Medallion. You received the Forest Medallion. Sorry you awakened as a sage and add her power to yours. Sorry will always be your friend. Man, that's the ultimate friend zone right there. Alright, either way, we spawned right in front of the Great Decade Tree. Unfortunately, he passed away 7 years ago when I like defeat the curse with Queen Goma. There's like a weird spread on the ground. Oh my god!
Hi there, I'm the Decade Tree Sprout. Because you and Saria broke the curse on the Forest Temple, I can grow and flourish. Thanks a lot.
Whoa, man, you're a tubby tree, aren't you?
Hey, have you seen your old friends? None of them recognize you with grown-up body, did they?
I thought they were just different. I mean, there was like multiple of the same guy that does the backflips, and then the creepy girl next to that rupee. Well, did I see her? No, I don't think I saw her actually. But there's that other girl. It's like, oh, look at me with that. I thought they were just. I guess that's true. They didn't recognize me. Mido sure didn't. But I could care less. Sorry is the only one that recognized me.
That's because the Kokiri never grow up. Even after 7 years, they're still kids.
Oh, that explains Mido. Oh. What does that say about me, though?
You must be wondering why only you have grown up.
Yeah.
Well, as you might have already guessed, you are not a Kokiri. You're actually a Hylian. I am happy to finally reveal the secret to you.
Some time ago, before the King of Hyrule unified this country, there was fierce war in our world. One day, to escape from the fires of the war, a Hylian mother and her baby boy entered this forbidden forest. The mother was gravely injured. Her only choice was to entrust the child to the Decade Tree, the guardian spirit of the forest. The Decade Tree could sense that this was a child of destiny, whose fate would affect the entire world, so he took him into the forest. After the mother passed away, the baby was raised as a Kokiri, and now, finally the day of destiny has come.
You are a Hylian, and we're always bound to leave this forest. And now you have learned your own destiny, so you know what you must do. That's right, you must save the land of Hyrule. Now, Link, you break the curse on all the temples and return peace to Hyrule.
Why did your voice change in the middle of that? Like, it changed like 3 different times. Either way, that's gonna be it for this exciting episode of Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. And, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm a Hybrian. Oh, that all makes sense now. Oh my god. Oh my god. But yeah. There was something else I was gonna add. Yeah, this Decade Tree, in 100 years, or I guess, is it 100 years? I think it's 100 years. It's the same exact Decade Tree from the Wind Waker. It's that Decade Tree that you'll see right here. It's kind of interesting because it's almost like the son of this Decade Tree, so it's actually pretty cool. Either way, that's going to be it for this episode. If you like this episode, don't forget to press that like button. If you really like this episode, please consider subscribing. If you haven't considered subscribing yet, please watch another one of my videos. I play the video games, and if you like playing video games, you might like my stuff. With that being said, in the next episode, we're going to actually go back to the... what should I even call the place? Pretty much the Temple of Time is where I'm going to be returning to, but like, where's the actual... is it Ganon's Castle now, or is it even called Hyrule Town Market? Regardless, I'm going back to Temple of Time, and we're also going to go be... we're going to be returning to Chicago for a little visit as well. So, look forward to that. Do not forget to vote. To vote, just put your voted game in any of my videos in the comment section below. I kind of said that backwards. In the comment section of any of my videos below. So, that being said, White Tigers and Dragons to you, and you've been scarred by the night. I'm out!